Hawaii. Mention this name anywhere on Earth, and the human mind instantly projects a heavily curated tropical dream. Swaying palm trees, pristine turquoise waters, fire-lit luau dances, and the peaceful warmth of the Aloha spirit. But beneath this multi-billion-dollar marketing illusion lies a highly tikari-leshteralmish, logistically predatory, and socio-economically strained archipelago. Welcome to Before You Go Travel. Official today, we are stripping away the corporate postcard layers of America's 50th state. To truly understand the economic matrix of modern Hawaii, we must first deconstruct its dark history. This is not just another tropical island. It is a stolen kingdom. In 1893, a group of American sugar plantation barons, backed by U.S. Marines, staged an illegal coup d'etat, overthrowing the legitimate Hawaiian monarch, Queen Liliuokalani. The deeply spiritual communal culture of the native Hawaiians was systematically suppressed, and their sacred lands were carved up for corporate profit. Today, that monetization has evolved into a hyper-capitalist tourist trap designed to extract every single dollar from your wallet. Let's analyze the real cost of paradise. Our second major deconstruction focuses on the brutal reality of island inflation. Hawaii is the most geographically isolated population center on planet Earth. It sits over 2,000 miles away from the U.S. mainland. Because of this absolute isolation, Hawaii produces less than 15% of its own food. Over 85% of everything consumed on the islands must be shipped in via cargo boats or flown in at astronomical expense. This creates an unavoidable economic tax on daily survival. When you walk into a local supermarket like Foodland or Safeway, the sticker shock will completely paralyze you. A single gallon of milk routinely crosses the $9 to $11 mark. A loaf of basic bread is $6, and fresh produce is treated like a rare luxury commodity. The local purchasing power is entirely out of sync with these costs. While tourists arrive with high mainland salaries, local residents face stagnant wages combined with the highest cost of living in the United States. When you buy food here, you are participating in a hyper-inflated market that forces local families to work 2 or 3 jobs just to survive. Let's break down the logistical trap of island transportation. The rental vehicle gridlock. Many tourists assume they can easily rely on public transit or ride-sharing apps like Uber once they land in Honolulu, Maui, or Kauai. This is a severe logistical error. Outside the urban center of Waikiki on Oahu, public transportation is practically non-existent or highly inefficient for scenic exploration. You are legally and practically forced to rent a vehicle. But this is where the local parking cartels wait for you. Rental car rates during peak summer and winter seasons undergo massive demand shocks, skyrocketing to $200 a day for basic sedans. But the hidden killer is the auto park fees. Almost every single beach park, state monument, and scenic lookout now requires digital parking apps. If you park at your hotel, expect a mandatory valet or self-parking charge of $50 to $70 per night, which is never included in your booking price. If you park on the side of the road to find a secret beach, local police and predatory towing companies will instantly hit you with a $300 fine. Accommodation in Hawaii is a masterclass in hidden corporate extraction. The resort fee and lodging congestion. Because the islands have strictly limited geographic space and highly controlled zoning laws, the lodging inventory is locked in a permanent bottleneck. When browsing travel booking websites, you might find a hotel room listed for a seemingly reasonable $250 a night. But do not press the book button just yet. Upon check-in, you will be hit with the Cincy resort fee or amenity fee. This is a mandatory daily charge of $40 to $60 per room, allegedly covering basic items like pool towels or Wi-Fi. On top of this, Hawaii imposes some of the highest transient accommodations taxes in the country, adding another 15 to 18% to your final bill. If you think Airbnb or short-term rentals are a cheaper alternative, think again. Illegal vacation rentals have caused a catastrophic housing crisis for native Hawaiians. As a result, the government has passed ultra-strict laws banning short-term rentals outside specific resort zones. If you book an illegal rental, it can be shut down by city inspectors overnight, leaving you stranded with zero refund. With the rise of remote work, millions of digital nomads dream of opening their laptops on a white sand Hawaiian beach. The digital nomad reality and the infrastructure void. While it sounds poetic, running an online business from Hawaii is a psychological and technical nightmare. The first obstacle is the extreme time zone difference. Hawaii Standard Time is 3 hours behind the U.S. West Coast and 6 hours behind the East Coast. If your clients or team operate on standard business hours, you will be waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning every day to join Zoom calls. Secondly, outside of downtown Honolulu, high-speed fiber optic internet is a rarity. Public Wi-Fi is notoriously slow and unsecure. Co-working spaces are incredibly expensive, often charging premium monthly rates that swallow your remote income. Furthermore, Hawaii's local culture values Aina, connection to the land, and community. Coming here purely to exploit the scenery while paying taxes back to a mainland state creates social friction. Digital nomads are increasingly viewed by locals as a major factor driving up gentrification and pricing out local communities. If you want to survive the culinary extraction of the tourist zones, you must completely avoid the high-end, snobbish beachfront restaurants. Street food survival. A standard sit-down dinner for two in Waikiki or Lahaina will easily clear $150 for mediocre westernized food. To find the real culinary heart of Hawaii, you must eat like a local. You must seek out the plate lunch culture, a historical fusion created by Japanese, Filipino, Portuguese, and Hawaiian plantation workers. Look for local food trucks and small family-owned diners away from the coastline. Order an authentic ahi poke bowl made with fresh, locally caught yellowfin tuna, sea salt, and limu seaweed. Track down a local spot serving loco moco, a mountain of white rice topped with a juicy beef patty, a fried egg, and rich brown gravy. For dessert, completely bypass the commercial ice cream shops and locate a traditional bakery serving hot, fresh malasadas, Portuguese-style donuts rolled in sugar and filled with coconut haupia cream. This street food survival strategy is the only way to experience authentic flavors without liquidating your travel capital. The nightlife illusion. Hollywood movies depict Hawaii as a non-stop nightlife haven, with beach parties lasting until sunrise. The reality on the ground is completely different. Outside of specific blocks in downtown Honolulu or Waikiki, Hawaii goes completely dark after 9 or 10 o'clock at night. The islands operate on a natural agricultural rhythm. Locals wake up at 5 in the morning to surf or work, meaning the nightlife culture is highly restricted. Bars face incredibly strict liquor liability laws. Drinks are heavily taxed, and a single craft cocktail can easily cost $18 to $22. Loud beach parties are strictly illegal and heavily patrolled by local authorities to protect coastal ecosystems and neighborhood peace. Instead of chasing artificial electronic music clubs, the true evening experience in Hawaii is found in local traditions. Sitting on the sand, listening to authentic live ukulele or slack-key guitar music while watching the sunset. This is where the true, uncommodified soul of the islands resides. Eco-tourism, exploitation, and the hidden laws. Hawaii's natural wonders are under immense ecological pressure from over-tourism. To combat this, the state government has implemented strict, hidden regulations that catch tourists completely unprepared. Famous attractions like Hanauma Bay on Oahu or Haleakala National Park in Maui now require advanced online reservation systems that sell out within milliseconds. You cannot simply show up and buy a ticket. If you do not plan weeks in advance, you will be barred from entry by park rangers. Furthermore, Hawaii has passed strict environmental laws regarding wildlife protection. It is a federal crime to approach or touch endangered Hawaiian monk seals, green sea turtles, or humpback whales. If a digital inspector or a local resident catches you taking a selfie too close to a resting sea turtle on the beach, you face immediate state fines starting at $2,500 and public exposure. The laws are designed to protect the island, not to accommodate your social media feed. The hidden cultural codes. To navigate Hawaii safely and respectfully, you must understand that the word aloha is not just a commercial greeting. It is a profound legal and cultural philosophy of mutual respect. Never refer to yourself as a Hawaiian unless you have indigenous ancestry. In this state, being born in Hawaii does not make you Hawaiian. It makes you a local resident. True Hawaiians are a distinct ethnic group with deep historical trauma. When exploring rural areas like the North Shore of Oahu or the valleys of Kauai, you will see signs that read "Local access only" or "Keep out." Ball. Respect these signs completely. These are not suggestions. They are boundaries set by communities tired of tourists trampling over sacred burial grounds or private ancestral properties. Always practice Malama Aina, which means to care for and protect the land. If you bring trash to a beach, leave absolutely nothing behind. Treat the islands with the humility of a guest entering a private home. Otherwise, you will face intense social friction from the local community. Hawaii remains one of the most geographically breathtaking places on planet Earth. The volcanic cliffs of Kauai, the black sand beaches of the Big Island, and the raw energy of the Pacific Ocean are undeniably real. But it is a destination that has been dangerously romanticized by global capitalism. It is not a cheap, mindless resort playground. It is an expensive, vulnerable ecosystem with a complex, painful history. By rejecting the artificial resort bubbles, respecting the hidden cultural codes, understanding island inflation, and planning your logistics with complete strategic humility, you can escape the tourist matrix and experience the true, authentic spirit of Hawaii. Subscribe to Before You Go Travel Official. Hit the notification bell and leave a comment below. Would you navigate the hyperinflation and strict laws of Hawaii, or do you prefer an unrestricted tropical destination? Let's analyze your travel strategies in the comments below. Safe travels.